So let's start from the top. Here you have your average suitcase. Everyone travels with one, and most of the time a lot of them are dark or black. With that being said, you are going to want to put something on your suitcase to help identify yours from all the rest. I would start with a name tag. This is what I use when traveling so that if my suitcase were to get lost, at least they would know who it belongs to and the airline could then call me or even send it to the address that's listed. Always, always, always put a name tag on your suitcase. My name tag is very bright to help my luggage stand out. On top of that, I have also put on luggage pom-poms. These are all my favorite colors, and so not only does this make your boring luggage look a lot cuter, but I can also identify my luggage from all the rest right away. You can also find these at Target or Bed Bath & Beyond for about $5. This is the finished product. It looks so much better than before. I would put the luggage pom-poms on both the top of your luggage and on the side so that you can easily see it from multiple angles. I would also do the exact same thing with any purses or carry-on bags that I'm bringing with me, just to be on the safe side. Always bring a blanket or sweater and pair of socks with you in your carry-on. Some airlines won't give you any blankets, especially if you're in coach, and sometimes finding the perfect temperature on an airplane can be very difficult. This way you can always take off the additional layers if you get warm, but can later put layers back on for when you get cold. Travel in shoes that you are very comfortable in case you have to do a lot of walking, or if your feet swell while you are flying, and a pair that you are easily able to slip on and off for when you're going through security. Don't carry more than 3.4 ounces of liquids in your carry-on bags or anything that you will be taking with you through security. The TSA crew will have to throw it away. If you need to bring larger amounts of liquids such as shampoo, conditioner, mouthwash, perfume, etc., then put those in your luggage that you will be gate checking. Don't put them in your carry-on bags. Also, make sure liquids are in clear bags or even Ziploc bags to make it easier for you in security to see. That way they won't have to be going through all your smaller bags. Take a couple of extra plastic bags with you. You never know if you may get your hands full and perhaps your purse or backpack or whatever it is that you are carrying may be too small and you might need an extra bag to carry any additional necessities. Or even for when you are traveling with one of your favorite bags, you will have to put your purse in the overhead bin or underneath the seat in front of you on the floor, and if you don't want to damage or make your bag dirty, putting it in a plastic bag will help protect it. Get to the airport 2 to 3 hours prior to your flight to make sure you have enough time in case the lines are really long. Always carry cash, and just to be on the safe side, prepare to spend money on a hotel for an additional night if you happen to get stuck somewhere when your flight cancels and the airline won't pay for your hotel. For example, if your flight is canceled due to bad weather, airlines normally won't cover the cost of your hotel for that night. Or worst case scenario, you could end up sleeping at the airport if all the hotels are booked because of all the cancellations. Make sure that all your heavy luggage has wheels. Having to carry heavy amounts of weight while traveling can cause injury and would be very impractical and uncomfortable. I would always suggest bringing in your carry-on an extra outfit. Like here I have some sweatpants and a white t-shirt and some socks. This could double as either both a pajama set or even normal clothes for when you're at the airport in case your luggage does happen to get lost. At least you'll have an extra outfit that could also double as pajamas in your bag. Another thing I would suggest having is something like this. I actually got this on a flight from Dubai coming back. They normally hand these out on the airplane, and this is pretty ingenious. It's just a little pouch, and inside of it is a pair of earplugs. You have yourself a pair of disposable socks. You have an eye mask. You have a toothbrush and miniature toothpaste. And then you just have your little pouch itself. And this can easily go in and out of your suitcase or your carry-on or even your purse. And it's great because I know a lot of us, when we end up having flights, sometimes they can be really early morning show flights. So you may not even get a good night's sleep the night prior, and so you're probably, even some of us will just stay awake the whole night and then just get to the airport early, and then all you want to do is pretty much fall asleep as soon as you get on the airplane. but sometimes you might have your neighbor who has their window completely open and the sun might be in your eyes. But with this, luckily, it'll completely black out everything. And then if you have anybody who's noisy or a baby, a screaming baby sitting next to you or anything like that, then you could just pop in these, and these really help. Or even just putting on your headphones and listening to some music. And even if you have a blanket, it's always good to have a pair of socks because your feet can still end up becoming really, really cold, especially after a long time of being on an airplane. And all of this together, it's really good. It's pretty much disposable, all of this, but I would keep this because this is good for any long flight that I'd be going on. And just a little pouch like this can really end up making all the difference. You can put other things inside of it, but I think these are a prime example of like some necessities for when you're traveling as well. So here you have packing cubes. These are my packing cubes. I never travel without them. I highly suggest you get them, especially if you plan on traveling quite a bit. These are great for keeping your clothes well organized and packed. They come in different shapes and in different colors. This one, for example, you put your shoes in it and then you won't have to worry about your shoes making your clothes dirty. This one is great for putting the smaller items like your undergarments and socks inside. This one you can put all of your tops inside of them. This one is great for your larger things like pants or sweaters, anything bulky. They come in different shapes and sizes and colors. They're really great for bigger suitcases and smaller suitcases. I used to find, like, I'm a pretty organized person and very much a neat freak when it comes to packing. And I used to find, like, even if I packed my clothes really well, that they would always end up disheveled later, and then they'd be very wrinkled when I took them out of the suitcase. But when I put my clothes inside of here and I zip them up, and especially if you pack them pretty tight, they will stay wrinkled. They will keep your clothes completely wrinkle free, and everything will be neatly organized. And then also because it's got this material, like when you're going through security will just look at it and they won't have to open it up and go through your luggage and your clothes because they can see through here. So it's great for going through security once again as well. And they're not overly expensive, and I would highly recommend purchasing them if you get a chance, and they're really a lifesaver. When you travel, I would suggest not putting your delicate and expensive electronics like laptops, iPads, or cameras in the bag that you're gate checking. Put them in a backpack or laptop case so you won't have to worry about them getting damaged. If you put them in your larger suitcase that you gate check, even if they are padded in between layers of clothing, they can still get damaged and the airline will probably not pay for repairing it. It's best to just keep it with you as opposed to putting them in your luggage that may get tossed around or crushed along with other larger suitcases. Always know where you're supposed to sit before getting onto the aircraft. Try and book your trip so that you will have at least a couple hours in between each flight. It may sound like a good idea at first to have your flights very close to each other, but by leaving some time in between, you won't have to worry about having an extremely tight connection, especially if there are any delays. Always try and bring some sort of snack with you. You most likely won't be able to bring any beverages with you through security, but try and at least get a bottle of water at the airport. Or you can even bring an empty bottle with you and fill it at the airport for free. Also, this goes for when traveling with kids. This way, you won't be relying on the airlines to provide you with food or drinks, which can be up to hours before you may get anything if there are delays throughout the day. And if you have a child traveling by themselves, make sure that they not only have a filling meal before leaving the house, but that they also have money with them so that they can buy something at the airport in case they get hungry, and also that they have snacks with them too. I hope you guys have enjoyed some of these tips for traveling and that your next adventure is as stress-free as possible and that you have an incredible time. If you happen to have any tips that you would like to share, then please leave them in the comments down below. I would love to hear them. Hope you all have a great day. Bye, guys.